Hello and welcome to video 6 in the Site Lighting tutorial series. Let's move on to step 10, Tools for Evaluation. AGI-32 has several tools that can help you evaluate your lighting results as you make changes. Value highlighting, AutoCalc, and ISO-lines. Now that we have our point-by-point illuminance calculated, it can be very valuable to be able to easily spot underlighted areas while at a low level of zoom. So let's zoom extents. Right now we can't see anything, just little dots, the illuminance points. In order to actually be able to inspect the results, we'd have to zoom in and then pan, which works fairly well. However, there's an easier way. We have a neat feature called value highlighting. Let's select the Highlight Values command from the Calculations toolkit. Make sure the Illuminance tab is selected. Place a check mark in the Highlight Illuminance values. Then change the highlight color to background. This highlights the entire block of text as opposed to just the text itself. It makes it really easy to see. Now put a check mark in the first value range. Let's look at all points from 0 to 0.49, and let's change the color to orange. Click OK. Now let's zoom extents. Notice the orange background on the point text. We can see immediately where our problem areas are, without actually having to zoom far enough in to read the actual point values. This can be really helpful and handy. We can easily see all the points that are less than half a foot candle at a glance. Okay, with most site lighting projects, you'll want to make some modifications. As we're in direct calculation mode, we can utilize a feature called AutoCalc that will automatically recompute after every change to the layout. The calculation engine subtracts the contribution of the old luminaire placements and adds in the new ones, making it almost instantaneous. Select the Direct with AutoCalc method from the calculation menu. Now let's pan up to this upper area up here. We'd like to see a 1 foot candle minimum here in the accessible parking. So let's go to the Luminaire toolkit. Let's click on the Move Luminaire command. Let's grab that luminaire. Watch the lower left-hand corner in the command line, and it says select or enter a point to move from. We'll click the luminaire, and now select or enter a point to move to. What if we move the luminaire down here? Okay, it looks like we're close to our 1 foot candle minimum here, although not exactly. We actually may need another luminaire. Notice how AutoCalc recomputed the points immediately. Let's undo and move the luminaire back. So our accessible parking is a little dark. I would add another single pole to bring the spec up to 1 foot candle minimum. So we can do this in a number of ways. We can select it from the menu, ensure the orient is set to 180 the way we want it, and click the Locate button. We'll drop in a supplemental pole right here on the median. Right click, we recompute. It looks like we meet our 1 foot candle minimum in the accessible parking. We have adequate illumination at the entryway. I think we're looking pretty good. Similar to value highlighting, AGI-32 allows you to turn off the luminaire templates and turn on a composite ISO line evaluation tool. From the Luminaire toolkit, select the pull-down menu next to the template command. Go to Visibility and select All Off. Now go to the Calculations toolkit and select the ISO Lines command. Make sure the Illuminance tab is shown, and let's turn on the ISO lines with the checkbox. Change the line width to 1 foot. That's 1 scaled foot. Let's enter contours in the same colors as our template. 0.125 foot candles, 0.25 foot candles, and 0.5 foot candles. And then let's go on and enter 1 and 2 foot candles. You can use as many of the cells as you like, and they don't have to be in order. And you can easily change the color if you like as well by just clicking in the cell. Go ahead and click OK. This is simply a different way to evaluate the results. We can easily switch off the value highlighting or the isolines by simply selecting the appropriate command and deselecting the checkbox. For example, highlight values, deselect. OK, notice our value highlighting is gone. We can easily turn it back on in the same way. Turning isolines on and off is exactly the same procedure.